What's up, guys? It's me again, the me you don't know, but that shouldn't matter for you to enjoy good stories. So let's get on with the show now, shall we? Now, Deku wakes up in a state of emergency. He's he's currently lying in a tree, cause that's how he sleeps. He sleeps in the trees, and he wakes up, and he's alarmed by fire. There's a lot of fire out in the distance, and it's not normal fire. No, this is blue fire. And it's like not super close to him. It's like with his insane senses, he can see it and smell it. And Deku is like instantly alarmed by it. And his first thought is that he has to go and help the animals that might be trapped in the fire. But before he could rush off to where the fire was, um, he got a little notification in his head saying that it's not normal fire, and that it's possibly and that possibly someone had lit that fire because normal fire is not blue. And so basically his quirk is telling him not to go over there because he will be seen, and how would he even put out the fire anyway? And Deku's all like, I still have to help the animals, they could be in danger. And cause over the years Deku has like learned how to completely understand all the animals. Like he can understand what the animals are saying, and like I don't know how to explain. They have like their own language, and Deku can understand that language. That's pretty much all I'm saying. And so with that, he's able to befriend all the animals, like the birds and the bears. But really, just this one bear follows him though. But so Deku starts running off in the direction of this fire. Um, and when he gets closer, he starts hearing explosions, loud explosions, and they're just going off like constantly. And Deku is like, "What is that?" And it's like, this ain't something. This ain't normal for Deku. It's like he ain't used to all this noise and destruction. His whole life was pretty much peaceful, and now it's like just chaotic at the moment, and he doesn't know what to do. Like he trains, of course, but that's just so that he could stay fit and continue to travel, and like be able to carry more stuff. But like now Deku's wondering if he has to fight someone, but he doesn't exactly know if he'd be able to win or not. But his main concern right now is to like find out what's going on. And as he gets closer, he starts hearing screams, and there's a lot of people apparently in the forest right now. And it seems like there's a fight going on. And so Deku, he like climbs up on this mountaintop to get a better view of the area while he gets closer. But then he sees like this muscular man attacking this little boy. And of course, Deku, being who he is, steps in. And if you can't tell already, this is the forest training arc, and Deku just so happens to be in the area. And this is Muscular and Koda. As Muscular is about to hit Koda, Deku steps in and just tanks the blow. And Koda had closed his eyes when he was about to get hit, but he didn't get hit. And then he opened it and just saw this bear basically. It's like, excuse me. It's like all he can see is this fur. Cause like Deku's just standing in front of him, and the bear suit just like droops down to his feet. So all Koda can see is this bear, pretty much, as he thinks it's like a actual bear, and that makes Koda even more scared, cause bears aren't usually in that area, and he's like, "What's a bear doing here?" And like, he's thankful that this bear saved him, but he's also scared. It's like, who wouldn't be scared when you're a kid and you just see a bear? But Muscular is able to see, well, not really, but he can see that he has human parts. That this guy is human, but wearing a bear skin, pretty much. And Muscular is all like, "Who are you? Oh, I'm gonna have fun tearing you apart." And Deku, not saying anything, just gets prepared for another hit. As Deku is not actually trying to fight, but he he's just trying to figure out what's going on, and like he doesn't know the situation at all. He just thinking like, "Yo, why are y'all fighting? Y'all need to stop. Like, who hits a kid?" And so Muscular throws another punch at Deku. Deku like catches it, pretty much, and Muscular is all like, "Oh, you got some strength behind you, eh? Well, how about this?" And he throws another punch, but with more muscle this time, and that one actually sends Deku skidding back a bit. He like just slides back like a foot. It's like, oh, Deku did actually catch that one, but he did like get pushed back. Is what I'm saying. And then Muscular, he gets kind of fed up with Deku just taking his blows, and he just starts going ham. Cause like earlier it was just one punch, and then another, and now it's just like 10 punches in a second. And so instead of trying to catch these punches, now Deku's just dodging them. And then Deku does like the he, I don't even know how to explain it. Like he kicks Muscular in the balls pretty much. That's what happens. He kicks him in the sore spot. But you know, like Muscular wasn't ready for that. So obviously it hurt. It stopped him from throwing punches at least. And then Deku just like socks him in the jaw. But it doesn't do much, because muscular is muscular. He's built like a tank, man. He can tank them blows, and Deku's not using full strength, obviously, but taking a punch from Deku is an achievement, I should say. So, muscular and Deku are just like having a fist fight, basically, and like eventually, muscular will get tired from overuse of his quirk, which would give Deku the upper hand, and um, Deku will he would knock Muscular out. Muscular will be down for the count. It wasn't a overwhelming victory, but it was battle of endurance pretty much, and Deku won that. And Koda, who was cowering in a corner, um, just watching basically. And Deku sees him. He like turns around and grabs Koda and is all like, "Are you okay? Is are there are you hurt in any way? If so, take this." As I'm pretty sure I said this in the first part, but Deku can make like remedies, like like from herbs and stuff. Uh, Pretty much like healing medicine, like herbal medicine, and like yeah. And so Deku would give Koda some of it just in case, and Koda would mention that his aunt should be like down that way where the fire is, and Deku's all like, "Oh, so there are more people here." But Deku knew that already because he can hear all the screams and crowd and people panicking. Deku's just trying to make Koda feel safe, like telling him there's nothing to worry about, pretty much. As Deku offers to give Koda a piggyback ride, and and yeah, Koda accepts, obviously. It's like it's much faster than walking. So and then Deku just like jumps off the mountain pretty much, and he starts hopping from tree to tree, and he's like at the camp in no time at all. And these boom, wild pussycats are alarmed when this guy in a bear suit just comes out of nowhere holding Koda, and they instantly go into attack mode against this guy. Uh, Deku, still holding Koda on his back, just starts to dodge, and Koda, he likes he like screams at them to stop. Uh, and and who was attacking him? I think it was um, Mandalay. I don't know. The the one that was fighting with Tiger. I forget their names, man. But anyways, that was the one that just like forget Spinner, get this guy. So I think Koda would tell tell her to stop, and then he'd explain like this guy just saved me from the really muscular man, and like that would get a Spinner and Magna to like be alarmed, cause like that guy's supposed to be strong, and you're saying he was taken out by this bear man, and so they're like put on extreme guard right now, cause like they ain't think that muscular could get taken out like at all, and so Deku just like drops Koda off, and he like joins the fight basically, but kinda not really, cause Deku just like watches pretty much, and like he'd assist them if they need his help, but Deku believes that they can handle themselves, which they can. I mean, they were this whole time, so like Deku doesn't see the point in joining in. It's like he he sees it as rude if you take someone else's like prey. Like it's weird that he's thinking about it that way, but you know, I ain't really have any another word for it. Like that, like if Deku was fighting someone, he wouldn't want anyone else to join in. So like, he's not going to join in on their fight. So yeah. Then eventually Deku does like hear more screams, like further off into the forest, and Deku goes to he follows the screams pretty much, and this is where Uraraka and Froppy were fighting Toga, and it was right when Froppy got her hair tied on the tree, and that was the scream that alerted Deku, and so he went rushing off into the forest. It's like, yeah. And so when Deku got there, um, Uraraka was on top of Toga, and Toga got some of Uraraka's blood. And right when Deku showed up is when um it's when Toga decided to flee. And that's also when uh Baku Bakugo, Tokiyami, and what's his name? Dublarms and Todoroki. Yeah, those those guys showed up. And yeah, I put Rinko in UA, right? Yeah, she replaced Deku. I'm gonna say she had joined the fight with um, Tetsu and um, what's her name? Kendo. Yeah, she joined the fight with against that that poison mist guy. Shoot, yeah, like her quirk was useful against him because she could just push all the poison away, and so and because of that, not many people had got affected by the poison mist, because she was right there when it started to spread, and she just instantly like pushed it away, but it kept spreading, so she like stayed in that area and kept pushing it away. So like not many people were affected by that, which was good on her, I should say. Even though she's like, yeah. So Deku does not see his twin at this point in time. So yeah, I kind of forget that they're the same age. Like Deku looks like he's a full-on adult right now, man. But he's the same age as all these people, which is weird to think about. Not gonna lie. So, so when let's say Bakugo doesn't recognize Deku, because I mean like he 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 like don't even remember this guy. It's like he completely thinks he's dead. As the news has said, excuse me. And that's how Bakugo and Rinko's relationship like disappeared, because they like bullied Deku together, but when they were told he was dead, Rinko like became a completely different person, and like her and Bakugo like fight all the time now, pretty much, because they got like the same personality. They think they're all better than each other. Like, I'm gonna be number one. No, I'm gonna be number one. And like they just go back and forth all the time. So, cause like, oh, sometimes relationships only last when you got a common enemy, and once that enemy disappears, then you're not really friends anymore. Cause that was the only thing you had in common, and now since you don't got nothing in common, you though that's just an example. Anyways, where was I going with all this? Um, um, oh yeah, Uraraka was kind of alarmed that this guy in a bear costume just like showed up, and she don't know whether this guy is friend or foe, but he did make Toga flee, which means that he's not on her side, on Toga's side. So maybe this guy is a friend. And so Deku pretty much like just like grabs the knife that was holding Froppy to to the tree, and like he like just kept it pretty much. He's just holding on to it pretty much and is admiring it. And Deku's not really saying much, cause it's been a while since he even like spoke to anyone. And he was 8 when he left all civilization, and so like let's just say that he doesn't even know Japanese that well. So he only knows a few basic sentences. Uh, but he can understand what people are saying when they speak to him. though they're not really at the moment because they're like on guard. They're being cautious. They don't even they're not even sure if it's okay to even like look at them because they're confused and they're afraid because a lot is going on right now and they ain't got time to be like pissing someone off. So, I mean, not someone that looks as buff as this guy. So when Bakugo and Todoroki, Tokiyami, and Dupla Arm showed up, 'cause I don't remember that guy's name. It's Shoji or something like that. I don't know. Um, but let's just say Bakugo does go for the attack. It's like, and Deku pretty much just like grabs his arm before he can throw off an explosion and makes it go up into the air pretty much. He just like redirects the attack pretty much. Cause like what a dumb thing to do, Bakugo. Like if Deku had dodged it, it would have hit Froppy or Raka who was behind him pretty much. So yeah. And because Deku doesn't really know anyone there, he doesn't know if they are like villains or not. But so when this what's his name? Mr. Compress. Yeah. So when that guy showed up, um, Deku didn't know whether he was friend or foe, so he kind of just ignored him until he just snatched Bakugo. And then he was like, "Oh, so you must be a enemy then." And so Deku began chasing this guy, pretty much. He, it's like after Compress had grabbed Bakugo, Deku was like instantly on him, so he was unable to grab Tokiyami as well. So Tokiyami's still there. He only managed to grab Bakugo, but he, he's not having an easy time escaping Deku, as Deku had pretty much grabbed onto his leg before he could jump off after grabbing Bakugo, and so he ain't get pretty far, and so long story short, mission failed. Bakugo retrieved, and like Deku kinda let Mr. Compress go, cause he ain't no what's the word, hero or vigilante or officer or anything, so he has no right to hold him there. So like he ain't even think about knocking him out. It's like he just ain't thinking really at the moment, even though his quirk is like meant for that. And they could tell him if the person he's dealing with is a villain or not, but he's not exactly using his quirk. Let's say since his quirk is sentient, it does need to sleep, and it's sleep right now. Because even if Deku woke up, that don't mean his quirk's going to. It's kind of weird if you think about it. Like his quirk just does whatever it wants. Okay. Um. Don't know where I'm going with this. Um. Long story short, the some villains escape. They failed to grab Bakugo. Um. There wasn't that many injuries at this time, but Momo still got a tracker on that Nomu, and so the villains just fled once they fig- figured out that they were losing resources and time, and like nothing seemed to be working against these kids. They seem to have they seem to be more powerful than they thought. It's like, 'cause after they lost contact with Muscular, like they knew they lost at that point. 'Cause without their power head, well, because without their tank, how can you win a war without a tank? I mean, it's meant to take all the damage, and then you can attack from a distance. You know, but so yeah. So let's see. Yeah. So Spinner and Magna, they escaped. Those guys were in a stalemate, and once they were told to flee, they fled, and like, yeah. So the only person that the only two people that they caught was the Mist guy and Muscular, and yeah. So after everything happened, Deku went around like treating people. It's like he had a bunch of herbal medicine on him, a bunch of um ointments and stuff. I don't know what it's a bunch of healing crap. As there was a bunch of like bruises and scratches, and like Deku went to work on healing them. Is they ain't really have any doctors or nothing there. Like recovery girl wasn't there. That's what I mean. Like, how could she? She has a hospital to run, basically, right? So yeah, and like everyone was questioning who this guy was, and like everyone was too afraid to ask. They're just thankful that he was here and that he's helping them. And after Deku was done treating people, um, he just started to walk away. But that's when Aizawa had stopped him, and also Power Loader Is that what his name is? No, the teacher of class 1B. Um, no, that ain't him. That's not his name. It's Flag King, right? Uh, Power Loader is the support course person, right? No, it's that guy that like. Oh my god, I I'm screwing up here. I'm sorry. But anyways, not important right now. Just know that Aizawa and Class 1B's teacher stopped Deku before he could walk off. And I'm gonna end it off here. So yeah, like if you like, subscribe if you wanna, and comment down below if you enjoyed or not and what you want me to do next or whatever. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.